Oh my gosh. Everything is like going right so far, and it's freaking me out. Hello! How are we all doing? It's time for the hand dance. Oh, hi. I might have taken the polish off. Not my fault. I snapped one and I had to deal with it, so it's fine. It's fine. Apparently the intro music is the cue to go to bed, according to Bookend Kitties' cat, which is fully fine by me. That sounds amazing. Hang on. That's a lot of... Oh, there's a lot of talky. Come on, mouse. There we go. Right. Hello, Enigma. All of the hugs for Enigma. We need a floof pile. Hi, Bookend Kitties. Hi, us. Let's see. We got... Average mess I can deal with. That's easier. I mean, if you want to come over and deal with the mess, that's fine. Snuggle pile. All of the hugs. Yay! 9 PM is time to start from the office. Bed. Back. Delivery bed. There we go. Hi, Dale! How are doings? How's everybody doings? I think I was looking in the floof. Yes. Floof hugs. I am a 9-week-old puppy of, oops, indeterminate breed before you chocolate like that. Ooh! Yikes! Katie Floof Papa. Dale is okay. That is good. I'm glad you're okay. I am also okay, I think. I'm a little bit tired. My sleep the past couple of nights has been buggered. I had, what day is it? Friday? So, Wednesday night? Yeah. It's Wednesday night, so like after the other stream the other day. It was so hot. It was so unbearably hot, and it was insanely windy. And it got to like 11 PM midnight, and I had the window open, which necessitates having the curtains open, which means that there's a floodlight pointing directly in my frickin' window. And even with a fan in the window, I have like a portable fan that I just shove into the window space there. Even with that, I couldn't get the breeze to come inside because it was pulling the air away from the window. And so I'm just like, bugger this, and so I have a really cheap and crap air mattress. And so I inflated that and I put that on the floor of the craft room. And I say floor of the craft room, I wedged it in between the craft table and the cat's tower. And slept on that. I say slept. That's putting it quite generously. And then at some point I did go back to like actual bed and went to sleep and didn't wake up till like crazy late. Wait, was that Wednesday night or Tuesday night? Wait a minute. It might have even been Tuesday night. Because then, yeah, Wednesday night. At some point at Thursday morning, yesterday morning, I was asleep. But I'd gone back to bed and buggered up all my alarms and didn't end up streaming because of that, and I do apologize for that. But I was so knackered. And at some point in all of that, I like slept funny and ended up with a crook neck. So that was really freaking painful yesterday. You know that thing where you just wake up and you like can't turn your head? I had that like all day, and I kept trying to like roll my head around gently just to kind of loosen it up, and it just wasn't happening. But I did get a little bit of sleep last night, so that's good, I guess. But now I'm a little bit like, my sleep schedule's off, so I'm feeling a bit wonky. So hopefully this evening, I will wrangle the sleeps and feel better tomorrow. I shall cross all of the turbines. I think you have spent now time for the trip to use a bit of sake to drink and a little books for climbing in. Oh yes, must prepare. Must prepare for the beds. Because once you get in, you don't want to have to move. Hello, Ivana B! Snuggles the kidder and Snuggles the Oz and all of the Snuggles. Yay! Snuggles! Although Ivana's got the... Wait a minute. You've got the not audio on? Can Ivana not hear? Oh no. Okay, so you can hear me, alright. Once more that, yeah. It was really sucky because, like I said, I slept on the mattress. At some point I woke up. I think I'm getting my timings wrong. I think there was an extra night in there somewhere, but whatever. At some point of... No, it must have been Tuesday night that I did that. I swear time doesn't exist in my brain. Anyway. Yes, I'd gotten up. Like, my 8 o'clock alarm went off. Yeah, that must have been yesterday morning. My 8 o'clock alarm went off. I got up, turned it off. Knew that I was going to need more sleep, so I was like, I've laid back down, but I set another alarm for 9 o'clock. Thinking that that'll give me an hour to, like, get up and get organised and all of that. So I do not remember at all turning that alarm off. So I don't know whether I did it in my sleep or whether I woke up just long enough to turn the alarm off and immediately went back to sleep. But either way, I do not remember turning off that alarm because I slept until nearly 11:30. And then I was like, oh crap, I was meant to be somewhere an hour and a half ago. Bugger. So yes, that was, yeah. Annoying. And then, yeah, spend the day with the sore neck, so yay. Can you hear me anyway? That is one which is switchy. Yeah, it is. Don't know how to get rid of it. It should be... There's a chat thing. Hang on a second. If you go to your... Oh gosh, hang on a second. Is it that one? Is it under there? No, not that one. There is a spot for it. Hang on. Is it under the non-mod settings? It might be actually. Chat appearance. No, not that one. There is a setting for it somewhere, and I forget how to do it. I'm sure this has come up before. Oh wait, Oz knows. Oh wait, you click on the badge, don't you? Isn't it? It's you click on the badge. There we go. So on the hey, Ivana got it. There we go. So on the actual I'm just gonna say this out loud so that we have it there. On the actual the text field in chat at the left side where it's got the badge. Usually there's a badge there, whether it's like mod badge or sub badge or bits badge or freaking whatever. So you click on that one, and there's a section for global badges. It's under that. Where you can have watching without audio or watching, or what's that? Listening only. It's or Prime, or whatever the heck that is. Snowflake. Or whatever else is there. I think the, I think possibly the TwitchCon badges show up there as well? I don't know. All of those ones anyway. So that is where that lives. But yes, good job Ivana B. Click name and badge, that's the one. Snuggle the Ivana, yay. If on mobile can click the 3 dots and allow you to change it. Oh, there we go, yes. I apologise that I don't give mobile instructions more often. I so very rarely use mobile. And I don't know anything about it, so... I defer to people who know better than me. Which is I would like... Actually, no. First thing I need to do is make some more card bases because I don't have any white ones. And that one that I did, the one that I did the other day, with the mixy matchy bits, that one there, it warped. The liquid glue warped the paper, so... And I had a few spots that, like, there was glue that came out, and it's like, just, yeah. I feel like that one was a bit of an experiment. I mean, it was made with scraps, so we didn't lose anything, but yeah, still a bit annoying. Yes, card bases. I need this packet of paper, I think. Or is this the warped one? This is the warped one. Never mind. I need the other packet of paper. Lies, slander, lies. I know not all that you know different from me. There. The matter is testing a thing, fair enough. That you can decide if you want to choose between some of your badges like Pink Diamond or Mod or First or whatever. Indeed. Although I think the mod badge, like, it's always going to come up with a mod badge if you're a mod. It's going to have a mod badge because the first badge is a sub badge and that's a separate slot. But yes, there's different thingies. I'll say I do nothing. If it plays the save at 3 of the kick roses, kick of a braid! I am with you there, Penguin. I am with you there. Also, hello. I tried to... Oops. What the heck is that? Oh, right. I tried to play as long as possible without using the create mod, and I realized pretty quick the futility of that endeavor. I was just like, no, I know. I'm gonna use Project E. EMC for the win. That one also warped. Tiny bit, but nowhere near as badly, so I'll use that one. I've converted papers. I now use the... what is it? Frenchville? I'm probably horribly butchering that pronunciation, but it's from Spotlight and you can get it really cheaply when it's on special. But the first time that I went there and got a packet, they only had one packet left and it was a bit twisty, so I don't use it for card bases, just for techniques and stuff. It's controlled with a switch. Fair enough. Yeah, change name color, if fancy me returning the same color, bring up fusion. Indeed. Well, it should not be a default thing, it should not. But, twitch be twitchy. That's amazing animation, but it's just some head scratching and someone who loves redstone and playing a lot of Sky Factory somehow. Can't manage, just a little bit of pain in my brain. Yeah. And then there's me who's like terrible with redstone. I wasn't getting it either. Must go the wackies out. Yes, Oz, do the wackies. Don't want you getting in trouble with the wackies. That would be less than ideal. Take all the little fuzzies off of the end there. There we go. Fuzzies! And not with my finger like I did last time, because it turns out that running your finger along the edge of a piece of paper is a really bad idea. Who knew? Not quite sure why I'm counting sheets of paper rather than just, you know, taking a bunch of them and going with it, but whatever's. We're making this many, which will end up being 40. Hopefully, assuming none of these sheets are like booked. Wait a minute. I spoke too soon. A couple of these sheets are indeed booked. And for those confused by what they just saw there, those were teeth marks. Hopefully they're actually like showing. I can't tell if they're showing. Probably. But yes, teethies. Also a lot of Factorio, something like that, made of house. Oh, nice. I got my Tinker's contract because I don't like the melter. I used it for as little amount of time as I could and tried my best to skip the full foundry. So I'm like a decent ways into the pack though now, and I still haven't made the foundry. I've made a smelter, but even that I could have gotten away with not making for the purpose that I'm using it for. So you sort of might be able to bypass that a little bit. Did see the bokeh. I know sometimes the camera goes a bit funny when there's too much white on the screen, so I thought maybe it was a bit too much, but that's right. Now, can I cut 3 sheets? Heck yeah, I can. Alright, those pieces are gonna go... Actually, you know what? We'll just cut those in half. 4 1/4. Like that. And they can go in the spares box. They will get used, just not for card pieces. There's no such thing as waste. Did Kitty get to the cards? A little bit. I don't know how though, because like it was several layers down in the pile of cardstock, so... That's what I like and what I have built. Oh, okay, yep. I thought when you said melter, I thought you meant like the little one. Because the melter can actually be quite handy, given it's like basically it's like 3 blocks. Or whatever. Yeah. For blazing blood, it's handy. Which at some point I need to set up automation for that. I'm gonna have to make it so... Whoops, it is. Why did I just have shaky cam? Did I just hit the camera? I did. Alright. That happened. Didn't mean to, my bad. Three sheets to the man, I thought you were, it's not one for the drink. This is true, I am not. But I'm familiar with that phrase and I know where you're going with it, so yes. Yes, personal preference, I'm not a fan of the beverages. Don't care if other people do what you want, just, you know, be responsible and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, not for me. Don't question the power of the fluffs. This is true. The smelter, the bigger one, is the one that I like. That's fair. My one project that I decided that I needed the smelter for was to make pig iron. And it turns out automating pig iron in a smelter is a real bitch. It's doable. I spent 8 hours working out that science. It's doable, I just really wouldn't recommend it. There we go. This is the cutest Dicky does, Cassivate. Oh no. I has made Ivana faint. Chippy giggles. Might have been on the paper for a while, you just now noticed. This is true, it could be that the bite got there before I put it in the stack of paper. Big iron is a pain to automate. With the smeltery, yes. It turns out that with the which one was that? The induction smelter? Don't think so. There was one of the it's one of the blocks from thermal, I think. I can't remember if it was the induction smelter or it was it's in the REI, NEI, whatever the heck inventory thingy is. Yes, where you combine iron and clay and blood. Wait a minute. Birthday suit? No, God, no. The bacon. Ooh. Hey, dragons! How doings? Kinder says hello from his new account. Hi, Kinder! Can't chat, has no mobile for verification. Oh, right, yes. My apologies. I should probably change that up a bit because Crates is also not mobile verified, so that's a bit hypocritical of me. I need to double check actually, speaking of all of that, because there was suggested settings for showcase moderation levels and I'm not going to be taking them up on all of them, but I don't think there was anything in regards to accounts and stuff, so I think I can angle that back a bit. I shall have to check. Also, 3.5 weeks. Oh my god, what? Panic, 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 excited, panic. Glad to something to be back later after getting dinner. Bye, Penguin! Enjoy the noms! Oh, alrighty. Going to score that way. Dale's panicking. Dale's panicking! Dale, stop panicking! Oh my god! It's fine, it's fine. They're not missing! They've just gone to replace that groundhog that died. They're going to predict winter now. Also, aww. Dale Salmon's supposed to. Oh my goodness. See what you've done, Dale? See what you've done. Also, hi Simon. How doings? But yes, apparently there was one of the it's one of the groundhogs. Like, I don't fully get. I know that that's a tradition for a lot of places. I don't fully get it. But I was seeing it on the Twitters that apparently there was a place they went to do the celebration, I guess, Groundhog Day thing with the predicting of the winter, and the groundhog that was meant to do the winter predicting was yes, not going to be predicting anything, very sadly. I'm screaming about no groundhog means fiddle with. If they can, I mean, that's. Can they send some here? I don't want to move to the US, but if there's infinite winter. Oops, yes. You have 6 girls. One day Dale's going to see. Dale's panicking about missing squirrels is like mongoose being in the box. One day the other thing is going to happen and we're all going to be shocked. We're going to be like, what do you mean Dale found the squirrels? Oh, that sounds really sus. Runs around about missing the... Actually, yes. I would run around for that also. I was at the shops. And because I have the sugar-free, Zupa Dupas. And my local shop hasn't had them for ages. And then I was there the other day and I saw that the shelf, like I was going down that aisle and that shelf was like full. And I could see that there was sale tickets on there as well. And I'm like, squee! They're back in stock and they're on special and this is exciting. And then I went down there and they were all the one, because like you can get, it turns out there's 4 different sorts of Zupa Duper packets you can get. You can get the regular ones, you can get the Cosmos, whatever, the space ones. Those ones. You can get the no sugar ones, which is the ones I get. And it turns out you can get a packet that's entirely full of fairy floss. And that was all they had on the shelf. They had like 20 packets of fairy floss ones that they had down for $4 or something. And don't get me wrong, I like the flavour, but my organs would not appreciate that much sugar, so. Yeah, the squirrels will do is say. Fairy floss. Cotton candy. Spun sugar stuff. You get it like carnivals or whatever. For whatever reason, we call it fairy floss. Yeah, I don't know why that's one of those things that like I don't know what the yeah. Don't know whether there's a reason for the different name. Fairy floss, you mean Fudderbits? Maybe. So I apologise for the camera freaking out. There's too much white paper on the screen at the moment, and the focus is going on whack. But I'm out of card bases, so I need to do this bit. And if I make a whole bunch of them, then I won't need to make them again for a while. At some point what I should really do, because I have a box, I have like a, what size is it? It's a 5-litre storage tub, according to the sticker on the end of it. That just sits on my table there with all my card bases in, but the thing is I don't use any of the coloured ones. I made a bunch out of the cardstock that I have. And most of the colours, they just like never end up matching anything, or I don't have the colour I need at the time. And so what I should really do, well, probably what I should really do is just not have that box on my desk anymore, but if I am going to have it there, then I should just take out all of the extra ones that I haven't used in forever and just do a really big batch of this cardstock. So it's there, ready to go whenever I need. Speaking of that box though, and speaking of like other crap that's in its vicinity that I need to deal with, like I've shoved that on the top from when I was using those the other day. I just heard one of them fall down the front there. There we go. Scrap paper. Stuff that should rightly go in the bin. Actually no, that piece there can go in the scrap paper pile. cardboard background thingy. That one in the bin. These ones need to go in the box, I think. Actually, some of those still need putting up in the shop, and that's probably why they're still there. That's right, I'll do that later. Alright, they're gonna go there. Right, I can actually see the card bases in the card box now. How good is that? This is the... oops. This is the card base box. Even more dies that don't belong in there. It's random pieces of backgroundy stuff that I don't remember what I was doing with them. That's watercolour paper though, so... I guess I was just playing with techniques. Ink blending... more watercolour paper... more watercolour paper... that's scrapbooking paper... bunch of card things from Kmart. I should probably use these up. Sometimes when I do, because I don't do, you don't see me to X. To hell I don't. What? Is that an option? Where do I sign up? Hey! What? No! Don't be in trouble, Oz. Go do the workies and stuff. I opened Valentines for the first time in a while and found my world, lost most of my builds and a lot of my stuff. Wasn't there a... hey Sandman, I think you'd know more about this than I would. Didn't you say something about... that they updated or something and now there's the old stuff is legacy or whatever and it doesn't work anymore? Or something? I'm not sure about that. Jackson, maybe I'll since the 5th house of since the lurk. We're here if you need us, Enigma. Lurk away if that helps you feel better. Come back and chat if that helps you feel better. But yes, every so often I do an order with Kmart. Spare, like, shirts and undies and stuff like that, and they have a, I think it's $60, $65. They have a minimum amount to get free shipping, and oftentimes by the time that I buy the other stuff it's like $50 anyway, so it's like, well, I'd rather spend, you know, the 10 or 15 bucks or whatever. I think it's 65. Yeah. So I'd rather spend like the 10 or 15 bucks on stuff than spend $10 on shipping. So I'll chuck on... Actually, that's part of the reason why I end up with so many rolls of double-sided tape, because they're like $2. And I'll just put like 3 of those on and be like, yep, that'll do. Just like get it up to that total. But there's been a couple of times when I've bought these cards with envelopes, because they're also cheap-ish. Like $3 or something. And then I just put them in the back of here and then I don't use them, and that's a bit pointless. I should use them. And one random packet of, what is this? 10 textured cards. Oh, that's right. I'm pretty sure I used some of these already. Yeah, I'm down to... how many have I got left? Why are they not all facing the same way? What is this bollocks? Got 6 of those, so I must have used 4 last time. Because that's how maths works. The problem with these though is that they're so damn thin. Like, they're just so thin. Hey Travis! How doings? I feel like I would want to like use the paper of that to do something on and then put it on a different card base, because it's just so... the paper itself is just so thin for a card base. I wouldn't be happy with that. The texture of the paper is nice though. I'd have to do something light, like an ink blend or something, like not actually add anything to it. Oh, the plain ones are a little bit thicker. That's good. Come on, get back in the packet. Yeah. There we go. So anyways, yes, that is the box of card bases, and they're all the ones that I made out of cardstock in different colours and stuff, and I never use any of them because they never match what I'm working on. Very frustratingly. Although given what I'm thinking about attempting today, I might be able to use them for that, because they'll match. We'll see. Why on earth I made more of those pink ones, I don't know. Some of those colours you can't even get anymore, like that purple there, I can't seem to get that one anymore. I think that's called teal, that colour. I don't think I can get hold of that either. Not because the shops like don't have them, but like the manufacturers discontinued them. Which I was a bit salty about. Which I am a bit salty about. Still salty. Oh, the blues! They would be coming across as blue on the screen, but there are some purples in there. I did try and find like other sources of cardstock, particularly for the colours, but then I'm like, how often do I really use coloured card bases? If I did find a decent supplier of like, and heavyweight as well, that's the tricky bit, like you can get coloured paper, that's fine, but getting proper cardstock that's actually heavy enough to use as card base, that's trickier. If the manufacturer discontinued it and then the shops not have it by the... Well, yes. Some places still had backstock though, so it's by the time that... Basically, like, there's a big, it's like office supply place here called Officeworks. It's one of the main, like, distributors of that brand. The brand's called Quill. And because Officeworks, you know, keeps a decent quantity, like, even like on a per store basis, they keep a pretty decent quantity on hand. It was quite a while before, like, their stock actually started running out. And so I was still going to Officeworks and getting it from them, not realizing that the colour had been discontinued, because they were working through that. And so it was only when, like, I've gone back a couple of times and they just kept not having the same colours in stock, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I checked the website and they'd removed the colours from the website, and then I've like googled the company and it's like, oh yeah, these colours are discontinued, and I'm like, oh crap. So you know, if I had realised as soon as they discontinued it, I would have like gone around, and actually I probably would have put in an order with Officeworks and been like, so I would like to click and collect, you know, however many packets I can get of all these colours, and they would have like gotten them in from other stores and stuff. And then I was googling and I did find a website that still had listed that they had all the colours, and I was like, oh sweet, I'll get, you know, a couple of packets of each, whatever I can get, sort of thing. And they were like, yep, order placed, no worries. And then like 2 days later they're like, oh yeah, we've just discovered that we can't get any of these colours, so we've cancelled your order. And I'm like, oh for God's sake. Because apparently that was the kind of website that they like didn't keep stock on hand. They'd order it from the manufacturer to when they got an order, so That was in the morning. The afternoon I got another email saying, oh, we've updated the listing with the colours, and so I've gone back to the listing and they hadn't changed it. And I'm like, oh, really? It still has listed all the colours that are meant to be available but aren't. I can get, like, the main colours that I wanted was that particular shade of purple and that tealy colour, which I discovered I can sort of get. They've got a packet that they call their cold mix, and it's basically purple and then I think 2 or 3 shades of blue and then one that tealy colour as well. But it only comes in an A3, not in an A4, which is not the end of the world, but it does mean I have to bring it home and cut it up. But it's like, do I really want that colour that badly to go to all that effort? Eh. I did have a quick look on like Amazon and eBay and stuff, and there was a few listings, but massively marked up because it was like final stock or whatever, so... I say massively marked up, more than Officeworks had it for. Because I'd been using those colours up, I was doing, back in November, I was doing a hell of a lot of die cutting. I'd worked out some designs for my Cricut, and I have the super long mat, and so I can cut 3 A4 sheets at once. And so I was doing that, and I'd basically like used up most of those for 2 colours, and that's why I went to the shop for more, and that's when I've discovered that it's not, and I'm like, oh, I would have kept some of my own stock back if I had known that. What I'd really quite like to do, because you can get cardstocks that in colours that match the inks. There's all the companies that have their different inks and stuff. It'd be cool to get hold of some of them, but they're quite pricey, so probably not. Now, is that one no, that's the thinner stuff. Okay, so I need those white card bases that are in there currently are the old cardstock, so it's slightly thinner. I just want to separate. There we go. Put the black ones there, and then that one can go at the front. Cool. Just so I know what I'm using. Because this heavier paper is a slightly different size to all the other paper that I have, so the card bases also come off slightly different. The vast majority of my cardstock is A4, whereas this particular paper is US letter, so the card bases come out ever so slightly wider. Vaguely my plan for today is to do some ink blending. Because I was actually sitting here last night and I was playing with the hearts that I cut out the other day. In particular the red ones. Because speaking of that cardstock, I don't like the shade of red that it comes in. It's too orange. It's too like tomato red. Whereas I definitely prefer a blood red. Something a little bit richer. And so I was playing with, I put a little bit of ink on some of those red ones. And it made just enough of a difference that it actually looks quite good. So then I'm like, oh, maybe I could do some masking. It's either that or we'll stick with the foil and just do some adhesive. Still haven't decided. Maybe I could do both. Although I think if I ink blended over the foil would probably come off. Come on, stay down, you bugger. Somehow my scoring is just ever so slightly off center. So I'm trying to hold the edges together while I press the score down. Maybe I should do a very, very quick poll. Can I do a poll with Geek? Or does it need to be on the other one? Probably needs to be the other one. Yeah, no, I can't do it from there. Never mind. Foiling or ink blending? I'd do a poll, but it's, you know, wrong computer and stuff. And I don't know how to do it in the chat. Nearly done. Oops. There we go. Card base is done. And I would do the stamping, but I don't always know whether or not I'm going to need any of the landscape, so shall leave that alone for the minute. I think, since I have the foil folder out already, plus I have all these other card bases in different colours that we can, like, test on, and then if they bugger up, doesn't matter. If they do work, then huzzah. Let's start with a, I don't know, navy? I'll go with navy. Start with a navy card base. And I want adhesive sheets. Adhesive sheets? Adhesive sheets, there we go. it's not. Hobby crafts. Must have had those for a while because I haven't. That would have come from Craft Online, and I haven't done an order with them forever. I don't know why, but they smell horrible. Yep, that's unpleasant. That's really unpleasant. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to do the same thing, well not the same thing, but similar thing to what I was doing the other day with the hearts. Shove those back over there. I really need to clean all of that. I'd say it's getting bad, but let's be fair, it's been bad for a while. But yes, the hearts are a coincidence. It's nothing to do with Valentine's Day. I don't give a crap about Valentine's Day. It is just another day. Could do it with that. I think I want to do it with that one. Or we could go with that one. That one also has the stitching though. I think I want to do it with the one without stitching. I think that'll work better. Because I'm going to cut just the adhesive at first. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to be crazy efficient with that. Yeah, it's falling. Actually, what I might do. Not entirely necessary, but for the sake of neatness, why not? What does that measure at? 4 1/4? Four and a quarter and a bit. 4 3/8, sure, sounds good. Just for the sake of not... We have that left over now, so that's good. Actually, you know what? While I'm here... I'll cut at least one more sheet. Actually, wait, how many sheets have I got? Oh! There's only 3 sheets left in this packet anyway. Cool. We'll keep that piece of plastic because it should be good. Do I want to cut them up? Let's hold off for the minute. I'm just going to put them to the side. Yeah, we'll see how this goes first. And then my brain now has no brain on it, and snacks. The mystery rat will bring snacks. Hey, Sammy! How doings? I'm hoping... I don't actually know how well this is going to cut through. If it doesn't cut through like both pieces of release paper, as long as it cuts through one of the adhesive, that's fine. Actually, that'd probably be preferable, to be quite honest. Oh, that definitely... Oh, yep, that cut through. Except for that one little bit. Oh wait, no, it did. It did. Okay, cool. I've got heart borders made of double-sided tape. Cool. And so then in theory, I'm going to do basically the same as what I had the other day and just kind of have it slightly hanging off of the edge like that. And I'm still going to do the alternate thing because I like the look of it. Oh yeah, this is where I, oops. Also, this idea for a heart thing where you put all the points together. That's quite cute as well, actually. I discovered that accidentally because I had this stack of die cuts and I was just like, I need them to all be neat. So I was just like putting them all together point first. And so I ended up with them like that, which actually looks quite effective. But yeah, these two here are the two that I put ink on. And they looked a bit crap last night when I was working on them because they hadn't like properly dried and stuff, but now that they have, that actually looks quite good. I think I will blend the rest of them because that shade of red's much nicer. For the sake of... oops. For the sake of getting the spacing right, hopefully. Actually, wait, I need to stick that down first, don't I? One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Now, hopefully... because this does have the dye impressions, but it is just the adhesive, so like it shouldn't matter. Oh, there we go, there we go, got one. Hey, there we go. Is that about right? Yep. I think for this I'll burnish it down just to get those like raised bits out of it. Work for 10 minutes and then out on assignment. The person that sent me is apparently visiting next week. I should bring us snacks. I should just nicely because I have not made it fair enough. Yeah, whoop. Oh, dang it. Oh, hey, Black Cat. His two other pieces of double-sided tape fell off right onto his plate of food. Sorry, mate. At least it didn't land in the water bowl. But yes, good, whoops. Good impression would be good. I'm not sure she didn't contact me today to poke me on the job mini boss about her maybe visiting. Either way, I was confuzzled. She wants you to talk to your boss about her? Fair enough. I would have thought she'd reach out to them directly, but whatever. There we go. Rose like, I talked to you yesterday ago, what happened? Black Cat, what are you doing? He's like, I recognize that these are gnomes. And I'm like, yes, very good. Tancat was being a little bit finagly this morning. He like got me up for breakfast, and then I put out the breakfast, and then he didn't eat the breakfast. And I'm like, well, that's not ideal. Because add his medicine in. And so I tried to be like, are you sure you don't want any? And he had a tiny bit, but then didn't really, and then he was kind of hanging around me, and being all like, purry and stuff. And then he hairballed, so... It's like, oh, that's what was going on. You weren't feeling well, fair enough. But he was still being a bit weird about the fish, so... I do still have a couple of tins of the fancy feast that was bought for them off of the throne. And cracked one of those out, and Tankate was like, oh my god, I've been so hungry, ah, yum 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 yum. And he ate all of it. Black Cat wasn't as keen though. I did put a little tiny little bit on his plate because he's not meant to be eating chicken, but I was like, not a whole lot of chance of giving him separate food. Go ahead and cut that bit off because it's sticking to the desk. He apparently didn't get a reply. He just appears as far as I'm normally concerned with cookies or it's ice cream sandwiches, the good ones. Could totally go for an ice cream sandwich. Hello, how's you all doing? Hey Bear! How is you? Okay, use maintenance. Ah, dang it. Internets, be better. Quite liking the idea of having a person that that turns up with snacks. Where do I get one of them? Checking. Mostly. Good thanks. Yeah, not bad. A little bit warm. I thought I was doing reasonably well with the temperature, but I've been out here for just over an hour and it's uncomfy. Although I have learned that the duct tape, well, it's not even duct tape, the what's it called, cloth tape, is doing an excellent job of holding the fence up, so that's nice. There we go. Get all that securely attached. And preferably flatter than it was. There we go. Cool. I was confused because she was like, "Are you happy that I was just like, we went over this literally last week." She probably just wanted to know if anyone was out or something. Feels like a bit of a check-in kind of thing, like they, you know. Like they didn't really need to, but then they did anyway. You know what? I'm going to do a teal one for the other set. Cause I can. Can I just said street says yes. Heck yes. Okay, so that one's released the other way. That's fine. It's not the last few weeks. Can I get anything done? Yeah. It's been, you know, knock on wood. Not that this is wood, but but yes, it's been like not disgusting so far. We did have like 3 or 4 days where it was pretty gross, and then like at the moment it's also pretty gross. But overall, I can't really complain too hard yet. That being said, I would still donate all of my spare organs for aircon. That's still a thing. Marketing printing their shops, so I know that's on the ground, so fair enough. Let the actual rep know they're coming there, so fair enough, ring is it's a surprise inspection panic! I mean, possibly, but given that they have talked to you beforehand, it's not really that much of a surprise, is it? This time? Silver lining, maybe? Hopefully? I don't know. No idea why this one's peeling off the opposite way. Ah, sneezes. When it was literally from the same piece of paper. Ah, whatever. Pretty sure the agency can pick me out of a lineup. I mean, the agency probably couldn't, no. That would require them to think of you as a person and not a number. That's nothing against you, booking kitties, just that's how that generally kind of works. That one. No, wait, what am I doing? That one. That one. Do you know how much longer you've got with this particular people? Any potential that it's anything to do with like extending your work maybe? So that'd be a pretty handy thing. They think of me as a person. A is a good worker. They have many nice reviews from former clients in the database. I mean, good. Like I said, I didn't mean that anything against you. It's just like it's my experience with that kind of stuff. Yeah. Not humanoid. End of the month, it could extend. Fingers crossed. Assuming you want to still be there. Is this something I do, especially if there's multiple attempts out, so it's... Oh, fair enough. I was hoping it might work out to be good news. I mean, it might still work out to be good news, but yeah. Okay, banish, banish, banish. Now, what color am I gonna do? Thinking silver, because we're going with like the cold tone. Excuse me, cold tones. Do I want to do a plain silver or... Oh, friggin'! Let's do sheets of double-sided stuff fell off again. I have one that has stars on, and I think that'd be really cute. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. Although I do have one that's like an all-over flecky thing too. Nah, we'll go with stars. It's shiny. Pretty stars. Hopefully you guys can see the holographic in that. I know it's mostly showing the camera, but yeah, my preference built on how easy this person to play. Yes. And like you said, with all of your good reviews. I'm just cutting this up into quarters just to make it a bit easier to deal with. Probably could have left it as a half and gotten a little bit more out of it, but honestly this stuff is so cheap that it's like... that's being a bit nitpicky. Although it would be kind of nice if I could like use the opposite for the other one and not waste any. That would be cool. Kind of a little bit wish I didn't have the fan on currently, but I don't quite know how much burnishing this is going to need. I know when I was doing it the other day that I burnished it until it like released, but I don't think that's going to be the case for this one. I could peel a tiny little bit back and have a look. Sorry to say, but I have to say, even though I don't want it. No worries, Bear. Thank you for stopping by and hanging about. I hope the stuff isn't too butts. Oh, wait. I can just burnish it until it releases. I can see some spots where it's coming up already. That was probably a little bit vigorous. I really made it all the way there. That would have been so satisfying. Oh gosh. Yay! And it kept all its holographic shinies. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. It's back here, chat. Bye bye. Dale is dead, and Dale just sleeps. Hopefully not in that order, Dale. Although, to be fair, hopefully not in the other order either. Hey Dale, don't be dead. It's a shinies. I like it. Now, I'm kind of hoping, I'm just going to put that to the side for a minute. I'm kind of hoping, because it is the, like, opposite of the thingy, that maybe, if I'm, like, a bit careful, then I can just use that bit on there and not have to use a second piece. I mean, if I do have to use a second piece, it's fine. But if all it takes is being a little bit careful in order to, like, get twice as much use out of a thing, then heck yeah, I'm gonna try it. How do I wanna... yeah, we'll do it that way. Except it's really hard to see now. I was gonna try and line it up with the points, but I can't really see them anymore. That's a problem. Yeah, we'll just end up having to use a second piece because I can't see the. I can see it there, but I can't see it through the foil. That's the tricky bit. Cypher is mesmerized by the shiny. It's so pretty. I don't know how well the effect comes through on this particular piece, but the full foil. It's got stars, and they're holographic, and it's pretty. Street ice cream sponsorship imminent. I mean, I haven't managed to wrangle Kit Kat onto that yet, but yes. I think what I might do, I'm gonna have to do this a bit off camera, I think, because if I get my head right over it, I might be able to do it. Whoops. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. We'll say, hi Cypher, how doings? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start at the point. Shiny like coin. Ooh, I've got a gold one that you'll like, Cypher. I don't know, what colour coins is... I mean, I imagine you probably don't matter, but... I probably don't... That's not what I... No, not like that. It probably doesn't matter, you probably don't mind. Not the other thing that I said that's... It's... Ah, fuck. Yes. All coins are good coins? Yeah, for that time of Pablo bills. Don't they do, isn't it Streets that does, Rainbow Paddle Bops? Because I would take a lifetime supply of Rainbow Paddle Bops. Wouldn't even have to think about it. Ooh, you know what? I might have gotten it. Might be a couple of tiny little creasy spots, but I think I might have gotten it. It stretches, he rolls out of bed, as we seek during the storm outside. I mean... Stay safe? How does one ignore a snowstorm? I mean, clearly that's a me thing, just having, like, not experienced one, but, like, surely that's the kind of thing you should probably pay attention to. Doing well, thanks for the upcoming these gratitudes. Aww! I'm a little bit excited, mostly scared. I'll be honest. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'd be weird if I wasn't nervous, but yes. Oh, speaking of that, I finally did the command. We've got the showcase command, and there's also a panel in the description. And it should be the first panel if it did it correctly, but I don't know. Twitchy. I think I missed a bit on that bit there because there's still exposed adhesive. And it's sticking to the plastic rather than where the foil was. Oh, so I clearly did not line that up properly. Although I didn't do too bad, I got most of it. So I think what I'm going to do there, just to try and wrangle these parts, just going to do that. Just so if there is any little exposed bits of adhesive, it'll just like get filled in. Hopefully. Kind of mangled it, I think. Yeah. A couple of little spots there now that like there's just gone a bit futzy. What I could possibly do, I don't know, some of the edges are like not good. Maybe I should just write this one off as science and do it again. Because like I could save it. A few too many futzy bits, I think. I could have potatoes. Pretty much stay inside and hope the power stays on. It's like camping, but in the house. That's yes. I approve of this. I have no car to drive and no reason to go out, so yeah, it's just gonna have fun for like a... Fair enough. Stay safe, please. Yes, that is a science. Didn't quite work. I think it would have been fine if I had used a fresh sheet. I think using the old sheet was the problem. Which is fine, that's kind of what I wanted to know, so now we know. I can go in the scrap paper box. Save for later. Yes, it's the first photo. Okay, good. Because like I dragged it, I uploaded it, and then I dragged it into the first slot, and then I checked the, like I loaded up Kate's page to like see that it was in the right spot, and it wasn't showing in the right spot. So I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. Like you know how you literally just like click and drag it? Yeah. Like any storm, really? Yeah. Look how just cute and little scuff, just like, aww. Heck yeah. Nothing wrong with a little bit of imperfections. But yes, I am going to do a couple more. With that like same style and stuff. So I'll do a navy one again, just so that I have a navy one, because I do like the navy. We'll do a purple, and we'll do do I have one of the dark greens? I have one. I have one dark green. And I think this actually means that I'd have... I'll have to do 4. I'll have to have a spare. I mean, that's fine. Because knowing is half the battle, indeed. I see, I am the embodiment of imperfections. I mean, aren't we all? Jangles! Oh my gosh. Who be doing the jangles? Naughty Mouse! Naughty Mouse with the gift subbage to I am Ina. Thank you, Naughty Mouse. All of the emotes. Oh, speaking of emotes, I was trying to wrangle Geeks' emotes the other day, and yeah, I don't know. I was going through the stats. The emote engagement, that's what it's called, the engagement stats. To see like which ones get used the most and which ones get used the least, and just all of that. Us? I saw that. Us with the gift subbage to Ivana B! Tankies us! Enough and muffin. Yes, trying to wrangle emotes. I'm trying to decide which ones to move where, basically. Because we have ideas for more of them, and I'm gonna need places to put them, and I don't know where to put them, and I just it's too hard. Us! Travis is panicky. Uh oh. Okay, but I love you. Many fireballs in various chats. No setting of the chats on fires. Do I need to have like... I've got... Wait, which side's got pyro? Is it creates that's got pyro? I was gonna say I should have... Whoever's got the pyro one, the other one should have an extinguisher. There we go. Is that... It is creators, I thought so. I just had a split second of doubting it because I was like... because it is the cat. And so I was like, is it? Creates a side? I should totally... A geek should totally have fire extinguisher. Creates what? Creates gas what? Buzz, are you okay? Do you need to see a doctor? But the speeders must die. Indeed. Yeah, that's wow. Okay, 6 versus 0. He did! He did do that because Oz is awesome. And he's also a streamer and you should totally go follow him. And watch his streams and stuff. He's been graveyard keepering lately. And so... Can't do that, Oz. Can't do that. Can't do that. It doesn't do the trick. No. It does... Nope. That doesn't kick off the train. No, 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 no. Thank you for the pizzas. Cookie too chilled, exactly. It'd just be an ice cube. So what you got? Salty shotgun? What? Snipe. Thank you for the pizzas. There it is. Yes! I was gonna say graveyard keeper noises. You would recognize those. But yes, Oz has been graveyard keepering, and he's been derping harder than I did. And that's saying something. He's very chill, straight. He's very chill, this is true. There we go, yes. Ice cube. So creates can have pyro, and then Skeek can have a fire extinguisher. Or just a, you know, it's a water bucket or something. He's been cycling through outfit. He has! He's been optimizing his corpses. I'm so tempted to say a thing, but also spoilers, so... Although I will say, never again, Oz, can you give me crap for not following the quest book, given how hard you've been ignoring the story. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, how are all the NPCs doing, Oz? If Oz is all like, there's a quest book, you should do quests, and I'll be like, oh yeah, how's about that story? How's it come along? What do you mean you haven't talked to the NPCs in 5 years? If you did run that in 3 hearts, you get the picture count. That's actually, there you go. There's a story. Not in your world, Oz, not in your world. Just USA. I mean, see, this is the thing though. Like, there's tons and tons of countries that have red, white, and blue flags. Like we do. So thinking of red, white, and blue as being a strictly American thing is odd. If nothing else, I'm quite certain the French would have something to say about it. I'm making flyers when you're at a chapter and there's a story. Actually, that's true. You have been talking to the merchant. So that's a little bit of a thing. If I might be a little bit bold, as I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to give any spoilers or anything like that, but like, knowing that you're working on some elements of the story, some of the storylines of the game, and knowing that you're trying really hard to optimize your graveyard, I'm going to give a suggestion. You are welcome to ignore it. It's not going to like you'll do it eventually anyway, just because, you know, part of the thing. Talk to the Inquisitor. The bloke on the hill. Go down his storyline. And like I said, no spoilers, not going to tell you why, not going to tell you anything more than that. I'm just going to be like, that's my suggestion. Take or leave. Up to you. I'm gonna do all of the adhesive bits first, and then I'll go back and do the foil. I'll do this one. It's the small one. The heavy patriotic with it, yeah. Many years for the customers. They meant the. Wait a minute. Oh shit, yeah. Oh, that's awkward. Oh dear. I need the burger first and berry. You do, yes. Snacks and drinks. The burning mat, yes. I mean, eventually you'll talk to all of the people and it'll all happen and all of that. Again, I don't want to spoil. I mean, if Oz says it's fine, I'll, you know, give my reasoning, but, yes. Knowing how hard Oz wants to optimize his graveyard, the Inquisitor storyline is going to be beneficial. I'm doing that. Hey, I talked, I needed stand, which needed stuff, so I went farming, and then needed seeds, went to town, then ran into peeps, and they asked for things, doing my way, then he decided to clear through that, gosh. Not distracted at all. This is the thing, like, I freaking love Graveyard Keeper, I do. I've played through it. I've played it through 4 times now, one for each of the DLCs. Because every time a new DLC came out, I started again. So clearly, I love the game, but it is not made for people like us who can't keep track of what we're doing, and it's just a constant. Like, you go over here and then you do this and you go and just. Oh. How I ever made progress in that game, I will never know. If she talks to other people, Dad's an introvert. See, this is the thing though, like, introverts don't necessarily mean you're socially anxious. You might need to recharge afterwards, but you can talk to the people. But yes, I do know where you go. I do get where you're getting. But get where you're going. There we go. Words hard. Can I see that game? It all interlinks? Yes. Thank you, for the gift summage to Dragoness Semi! Much appreciates. See, this is... I'm a bit glad. Like, my personal recommendation for Graveyard Keeper is to play through the DLCs separately. If you can / want to. Like, obviously you don't have to, but it does give a greater appreciation to how all of the bits are made to link together. But yes, kinda glad that Oz only has the base game, because if he had all of the DLCs as well, nope. One thing at a time. Do I know I'm an extrovert into myself or something? Yes. Yep. Thank you. Oh, hang on. I need to touch the snake or the Inquisitor. Yes. Ah! What the heck? Dragoness sent me with a gift subbage to Venus Tranquility. And a naughty mouse has oh, it's green. It's green. It worked. Hey. It's naughty mouse has gifted to a kidna. Who I think can't talk because of the phone thing. Wait a minute, can I change that on the fly? Probably not. Bollocks. I'll look at that after stream, sorry Echidna. Oz with the pizzas! Thank you, Oz. Appreciates as your face, please. If I only worked out... Well, no. It's Oz told me. the other day, last week, whenever. About the changing of the colour of the thingy. Because for the longest time I just left it as default purple. Even though Creates' colour this whole time has been green. But then the hype train happened and the thingy bar on the hype train is green. I didn't know that was one of the colours that changed, so huzzah! Akina! Hi! Welcome back! How are you doing? Apart from having to, you know, deal with all of the Twitch butts stuff. As can change on fly? The verification thingy, yes. I probably could too if I was on mod view, but I'm not on mod view, so... Because that computer's logged in under Geek, not Creates, so it's all the mod stuff rather than all the streamer stuff. Sub-Zero said, oh! Cool! Oh, that's it, yes. And does that then... I assume that... Oh no, I've messed up the hunt. No, it's fine, it's fine. I assume that their verification doesn't get revoked once they're not a sub anymore. Don't think I got that perfectly lined up, but I don't care. It's close enough, it will be fine. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Don't know why there's now a burnish song, but whatever. Do I have... Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Answered my own question. Alright, that's those two. The exact setting means subs covers that it's verified before they are cleared to chat. Yes. But do they stay cleared to chat, like, forever, regardless of sub? At that point? I guess is what I'm getting at. You would think that that would be the kind of thing that would be permanent. But Twitch has done weirder shit than that before. Okay, that has been vague, not specified. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I mean, I can just go look at the settings after stream. All good. One more set of hearts. Which does leave me on an odd number, which annoys me a bit, but that's what happens when we test the science. As I was, it is! I do like that they've given us a lot more options for all of that. I know sometimes it can still be a little bit finagly, but a lot of the things on Twitch normally are, so nothing new. Horrible. And then I think I might have a look through my book, my folder, and see whether I've got any spare pieces of any other colours. And we'll go off that. Sleeps time. No worries, we're getting kitties. Have good sleeps. Thank for coming and hanging about. And scratch the floof. Have awesome times, those. Thankies! Hype train complete! Thank you guys so much for the hype train, much appreciated. Get the floof sketches and belly rubs. Oh yes. Oh, like I was saying, Tancat was not feeling the best this morning. Did end up hairballing, but after breakfast the first time he came back to bed and was being a very purry little spoon. It was very cute. Always open for belly rubs, always. Yay! Well, in that case, pass on some from us. Probably a good thing actually that I ended up taking my nail polish off, because I can use my nails for taking these apart. I've been trying to get in the habit of not using my nails for things, because that leads to breakage. Oops. But something as fine and delicate as this, like, that's fine. One is not particularly scented. It's only off by a tiny bit, should be fine. My little spacer template thing shifted after when I put the first thing down, which is annoying. So Pretzel has a soggy belly at the moment from jumping in and out of shell pool. Much cooler for it. Yes! Tandoji does that too. He's also got a shell pool, but he's quite a bit smaller than Snow Pretzel, so they only put like an inch or two of water in the bottom of the shell pool. And yes, he just goes and lays down in it. Sphinx mode. Just puts his feet in and his belly in, and yeah. Wet belly. And then of course he runs straight inside and runs up on and jumps up on Ramakoki's bed, so meanwhile Tancat will be all like, "What's that? You're having a shower? Scratch me, scratch me, scratch me." And I'm like, "I've got wet hands." And he's like, "Scratch me." And so I scratch him, and then he's like, "Oh my god, you've got wet hands! Why would you scratch me?" Dickhead. You brought this on yourself. Alright, all of that. And then, just because I have like one more set of them, I'm kind of thinking... Gonna check my folder. Because I have a feeling one of the red ones I've got like a spare bit. I don't know why my brain works like this, it really doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. I do have a spare red bit. So what my brain is doing is it's saying that of the piece of the silver one, I've only got like 3 pieces left, and if I wanted to do more silver, then I'd have to cut another one, and then I'd be using like a quarter of a full sheet, and we can't possibly do that. But if I do a red one, because I have a spare sheet of this, then like it's not going to affect the silver one, and it's all good. Because, you know, wasting a quarter of a sheet of foil that's probably worth like a cent. It really matters. Although I do now notice that the only red I've got is that horrible red, and I don't want to use the horrible red, so let's do a white one. I've been washing dishes, dry my hands, probably the warmest my hands. Aww, that makes sense. But yeah, I've got a twin tub washing machine, because there's no internal laundry to these units. There's a communal laundry that spends 98% of its time locked, and so I don't have access to that. So when I first moved here, I went to use it, and yeah, it was locked, and I'm like, well, what do I do now? Kind of thing. Like, so for the first 6 months I lived here, I had plastic, like rubbish bin, trash can looking thing from Bunnings, and I literally hand washed. I would just half fill it up and chuck a little bit of detergent in and wash my clothes that way, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sick of that. And because I did message back then it was the property manager, and I was like, I don't have access to the laundry, and they're like, yeah, no, you've got access to the laundry. I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, yeah, it's available for use for these times and blah blah blah, and I was just like, oh bugger this, like they're clearly not listening. And so I bought a twin tub that I connected to the shower head with a Coke bottle and a piece of hose. I am such a bogan. But anyway, so I have a twin tub. And it sits kind of like, my shower recess is big enough that I was able to put a shelving unit in it. And so there's the shelving unit, and then the twin tub sits in front of the shelving unit, not like in the shower, but like in the bathroom. And so when I shower, Tancat comes and sits on the twin tub and demands scritches. And that's when I'm like, no, my head, it's, you know, there's water. And he'll be like, no, want scritches. To the point where he'll pour at the shower curtain. I think he says, I see you dirty floof. Excuse? Oz has a very shiny halo, it's right there and everything. It's about to be twerking, sorry, just got back. Hi Simon! Welcome back. We were just talking about me in the shower, so good timing. Surprisingly not as sus as it sounds. TLDR, Tancat is a doofus. Very refreshing, yes. I hope not, you only have a few weeks to get that cash talk out of your stream. This is true. We need to be totes polites. That is actually, yes, that is a thing. For the showcase, I should be mentioning this more. For the showcase, it needs to be the mature content filter needs to be off. So we needs to be on our best behaviours, chat. But most especially me. Also, I did end up deciding to swap 2 of Geeks' streams to create, so I was only going to do the 1, but I've decided to do 2. So, the 2 Sundays. So rather than having like Geek on Saturday and then group night and then Geek on Sunday, it's going to be Geek on Saturday, group night, creates on Sunday. So whatever time zones that works out for everybody. I've put it all in the schedule thingy. I've actually added a schedule thingy on the in the Hey Pally! How doin's? On the actual like official Twitch schedule tab thingy. I've actually put my stream times in there now. I never did because like this I never intended this side to be like this. I was going to use the word strict. Wait, why didn't that work? I have to do my Twitch because it's yay! Happy level up day to you. Happy level up day to you. Happy level up day, dear Fat Pally. Happy level up day to you. Hip hip replacement. Hip hip replacement. Yay! And now I need to figure out why that command didn't work. Because it worked the other day. When I made it, I tested it and everything. Hang on a second. Where is the bot? What did I put it under? I thought I'd put it under showcase, but it's not there. What did I? Creative? No. It's not there. Like at all? What the heck? No, it's not showing up in my list at all. My list of commands. Let me check. Yeah, no, it's not working. I know I made it though, I have proof. I tested it and everything. It'll be in my chatty log. There it is. Yep, I ran it 2 days ago. It definitely existed. Don't know why the bot didn't keep it, but whatever. Right. Actions. Add action. That one. Action, Jackson, message, shkabam. Okay, we have that. Commands. Add command. Showcase. I think I also did CS as well. Action, showcase. Da, 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 da. All of that, all of that, all of that. Okay. There we go. Or the thing that Ozbot did. Ozbot man. Ah yes, I need to hi Salmon. You have reminded me. I need to acquire your services. Okay, hopefully the bot actually like saves that now. Save settings, that'll do. Cool. Alright. Hi, Black Cat. Hopefully that's gonna stay there now. But yes, I definitely made it. I have proofs. It's in my chatty log and everything, so... I didn't derp. I mean, maybe I derped, but I didn't derp. Okay, what's the time? 3 o'clock. I'm going to foil these, because that part shouldn't take too long, and then I shall have a break. I'll do the red one last, just because. I'm going to say something to say... I was behaving! I was. I would like to commission you for voice works. Which I'm sure is also where your brain went too. If you make beverage and extra stretches? Yes. I definitely need a beverage. It is warm and I are thirsty. There's a tiny little bit of my brain going, oh, I should keep those pieces of release paper that are heart-shaped. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. Ooh, I just made it to the edge on that one. Capellan? I'm thinking you haven't anything that's kind of they could totally duet, this is true. Although that does mean that they would have to like split their commission in half, and I don't think Pinky would be down for that. I can see a few spots there where it's like already coming loose, so it could be... Oh, that's alright. Yay! So tempted to keep the other bit of foil though. Oh, do I? I don't need to. But I want to! This appears to ensure Pinky doesn't have an accident. Shiny! And that's pretty too. I don't need it. I don't need it. In the bin. Go away. Ah! There are jangles! What is this madness? Texan Space Agency with the raid? Sweet! Hello, hello. Welcome in, raiders. How was your stream, Texan? What were you working on today? I tell you what, if you enjoyed blacksmithing and/or fantastic facial hair, go check out Texan. Not to throw him under the bus or nothing, but ooh, I only just made that onto there. I was trying to get it onto the edge, but I didn't want it to be that close. Good gosh. Texan raid standard message. I like it, I like it. I wonder if Twitch will ever, because you've got automatic pop-ups for, it's if you get gift subbed or whatever to thank the people. I wonder if they'd ever do not an automated, but a pop-up thing to do a raid message with. That you do the /raid and you go over to the other channel and then it's all of the raiders, it pops up with that same, like it does with the thank you for gift subs. It just pops up with the thing there, so you don't have to send it, but gives you the option. And then the streamer could add in what their default is, and that could be, ooh, there's the thing. There you go, Twitch, I expect royalties. Is that metalized? No, not technically. It's foil. So it kind of looks a bit metally, but not actual metal. I'm not that fancy. Although I would love to try embossing on aluminium. I think that could be quite effective. And I do have quite a lot of flattened aluminium cans I could use for that. There we go. And I might even be able to save that bit down there. That's a big enough piece to be able to do stuff with, I reckon. Okay, we can save that bit. Just because it's worth a fraction of a cent doesn't mean I want to waste it. I think that's really the surface to adhere well, I think. To wait, adhere what? Oh yeah, oh for the, yep. I mean, well, yeah. I think it would depend on what embossing folder you used, because if you used quite a shaped one, then you probably would, but if you used one that had a lot of, background. Oh, no, not embossing powder. I meant an embossing folder. Putting texture on it. Although you did kind of have me wondering about the embossing powder now, too. More science. But, yes. Is Texan still here? What were you working on today, Texan? I do like hearing about what projects you're doing. I do enjoy the blacksmithing. There is not enough of it on Twitch. Horse heads. Horse heads? Wait a minute. What? You can put horse heads on the end of it. Sounds sus, but carry on. How did you end up going with, maybe put a horse head on a boat. As you do. As you do. That does seem like a pretty logical spot for one, let's be fair. How did you end up going with... Because the last time I popped in on you, you were doing the... You were raising money to get winter jackets for people? Am I remembering that right? How'd that end up going? It's right, I'll look over there at Bodhi. Oh man, we need to commission Texan for Samwin. Also I can see there's airport from here and the one road leading in and out of it and a snow playing truck, so it's working hard to keep... Oh gosh. 55 kits for the... Oh, that's awesome! That's freaking awesome! That's excellent, excellent work. That one transferred really smoothly, I'm happy with that. Keep that little strip over there. There's a couple of little spots. Thank you, guys! Whoa! The heck? There's a couple of little spots that have futsy bits on, so I'm just gonna... Thanks, guys! Appreciates ya. I noticed this on the other one, Navy one as well, and I don't know whether it's just me being too vigorous with the bone folder or whether it's like, I don't know, the cardstock somehow. There's just a couple little bits. I'm just gonna use my... This is a sand eraser. Well, this end of it is a sand eraser. It's just got a very slight little bit of abrasiveness to it. Takes all the little fuzzies off. There we go. Shiny. And it keeps its like the holographic of the little stars. Not as obvious as it was on the full sheet, but still pretty good. So that's those four. Actually, that purple one's got some fuzzies on too. That's better. There we go. Much better. That's those ones, and I'm just going to really quick do this one. Can't see it. There it is. I like how that it like comes through on the foil before you like take it off. It's like you can see it now. It's there. That one's separating a lot more than the silver did. That one I did the other day where it kept like the rainbow one where each of the bits kept separating, like that's what it's doing here. Wonder why the silver didn't. It's just a slightly different foil. I don't know. Didn't end up making any difference, but I are curious. So like you can sort of see, I don't know whether it's going to come through for you guys, but you can sort of see that like where it's stuck it's already like lifted. The plastic's already lifted. It's almost like there's an air bubble under there. I really wish the silver had done that. Because that makes it so much easier, because then you can just, like, you're done. I'm going to save the extra scraps, because you never know. And that one also ended up with a little bit of fuzzy. And it's way more obvious on the white cardstock. Shiny, shiny, shiny! I like it. Alright, I need a break. Stand up and stretch and walk about and have a snack and have a beverage and all that other fun stuff. Thank you for the pizzas! Appreciate. Very shiny, very, very shiny. I likes. Now I have those ones, and I also have ones that I made the other day, wherever I put them. They're here somewhere. And none of them have sentiments on. And I feel like I should probably rectify that. I did kind of want to... there's a die set that got released by... I think it was a Kathy Zilski one. And... obviously I'm not going to copy it, because that's like, don't do that. But like, you know, be inspired by. Because all of the sentiments and stuff I have say, love you. Whereas she released one that says, love ya. Like YA rather than YOU. And I don't know, that just feels kind of nice and a bit more casual and stuff, so I kind of want to make something in my Cricut. That's like inspired by that. But that does mean using my Cricut, and I don't have a Cricut cam, so it's kind of like... I could show you guys what I'm doing on my screen to like design it or whatever, but you wouldn't get to see the actual Cricut cutting, so... Might just keep going with the foiling and maybe do the sentiments off stream. I'll see how I feel when I come back. Shower returns! Now that Tad Cat has, like, vacated the vicinity, I can come back. I went to come back, I got my beverage, and I went to come back, and he was under the chair. And I'm just like, okay then. Whenever you're ready, your lordship. Ah dear. Anyways, right. So, I think I should do something that isn't hearts for a minute. Because I do have other shapes. I don't know what, I don't know, I honestly, like, I don't care about Valentine's Day. It's nothing to do with that. That's not the reason I'm making all of the hearts. I just felt in a heart-y mood. Whoa! Oops. Well, they're on the floor now. I forgot they were under there, those pink ones. I will keep those because they are cute. And it is actually kind of a nice colour. Where'd the other bits go? Ow. There's one. Ow. I need one of those, you know those, gripper thingies that, like, it's a stick and it has, like, the claw thing on the end and you squeeze the handle and it, like, I need one of them. Because this space here, where my chair is that I'm sitting in, is just, I can't really move. So if I had one of them grippy things, I could totally use it to pick up stuff. A T-Rex? Is it actually called a T-Rex? Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Hey Overlord! How are doings? Back into there. So I don't lose that tiny heart, because that's the only piece that I actually separated out of all that. That one, that one, that one. That's only hearts. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Hearts. Okay. Other shapes. These are the ones I just grabbed because I thought that they would be interesting. Especially that one. I think that could be kind of fun, although it's not many layers. It's only the 4. So that might not actually work as good as I would hope. Although what we could do with that one is just like use all 4 but make them different colours. That would be interesting. Possibly, maybe. Hey, still doing hearts? I have been. I'm about to switch it up. Because I wanted to try... Yeah, I'm good. How are you? I wanted to try... I just cut the hearts out of double-sided adhesive and put that down directly on the card bases. And it actually turned out pretty good. And that one. So I'm pretty happy with those, but yeah, I feel the urge to switch it up a bit. Think in circles. Thank you for the bitters. This is a high stream. Jackie bitch! Hello! How doings? It is indeed very hearty. Hey Jackie bitch! Hey mama! Is everybody doings? Actually, you know what I could do? I could do the square one, but then put it on the diamond orientation. That could be cool. Actually, yeah, let's try that. We'll try that first. And then if we have time, I'll try one of the other ones. This one first. Hey, Greggy, how you doings? Oh, this one has stitching though, wait a minute. Do I have a square one that doesn't have stitching? Crap. Oh wait, I do. Oh, but it's tiny though. Don't want the strips to be that tiny. I'm getting even busy getting organized for someone's wedding on Saturday. Ooh, good luck. Although I suppose more good luck to him, but yes. Good luck with all of the things. Yeah, I don't have... Oops. Frickin' gravity. Do you have to use all the sizes once or use every second to make lines bigger? I could use every second one. It's the thing is that would require me to cut them apart. And I was just a little bit hoping to not cut them apart just because generally when they get made, and like they're connected together in an evenly spaced way. So I was just trying to avoid splitting them up because if I have to split them up, I have to like line them up again myself, which I was trying to avoid. I mean, this is exercise. I hate myself. I mean, there's definitely worse things than that to be addicted to. So, of all things, you haven't done too badly. I mean, I guess I could try it with this one and see how it goes. I mean, I could try it with the stitched one and see how it goes. Maybe it would be alright. I feel like what I should do there, though, is the thing with the cardstock where we put it onto the cardstock first, and then did the thingy. Bollocks. I can offer a floof for Zoomy accompanies. That should jab at the there we go. See, Jackie, you can just put on rollerblades, and you can take snow pretzel, and then just you're off. Little wound out at the moment. I mean, that would be the ideal time, I would have thought. For the rollerblades and the zoomies. They have circles. They have more circles. All of those ones are stitched. They're stitched. They're stitched. They're stitched. Those two aren't, but they have the same problem of being really skinny. I mean, I guess I could just try this stitched one and see how it goes. That's kinda annoying though. It's kinda annoying. I guess I never really anticipated needing it for a thing that it would matter. Definitely more stitched than not. I could just try it, I suppose, couldn't I? Yes, he is, because he really is. Snow pretzel is a lovely foof. 17 out of 10 with Scritch. I'm sorry, 16 out of 10 with Scritch. Has that got enough room there to do that? It does not. Well, bollocks. That's right, I've got those other sheets. I'm not going to bother getting the trimmer out for this one, because we can just Do a little bit of that. And that'll do. Thank you to Zane for kicking me there for no, they're not. That is accurate, yes. I could have told you that without you testing for science, Travis. Next time you think about doing that, just come and ask me and I'll tell you not to. See, I helps. Should have angled that rather than sending it in on a straight edge. Ah, it's fine. I have enough that I don't feel as much anymore when I do. That's not... Yeah, not ideal. Exactly. I was gonna say. It's not a good thing. Couple of tiny little spots that didn't cut, but they're like really tiny, so that's fine. Would these work with aluminium foil? Yeah. I think maybe the tricky bit in that case would be like removing the excess. Because at least with these foils, like they've got that plastic sheet that like is what they're based on, whereas the aluminium foil doesn't have that as such. I mean, I guess you could just basically like brush it away. Actually, oh, foil leaf. Yes. Foil leaf would be the way to go, I think. Still give you that effect in theory, but then you wouldn't have the, you could just like take away the extra. There we go. Let's see how this is going to go. I'm going to put those over there. And we'll just use a white one. Something just fell off the desk and I don't know what it was, but it's okay. It didn't fall off on the side that has the water bowl, so we don't care. And somehow I managed to not fold that one evenly. That's better. I should probably cut a set of spacers. Let's go with that fit on there. Ooh, just. And you know what the other advantage would be to foil leaf? I've got like half a dozen different colours of it. Although I'm not 100% sure where they are, because I used to use them with polymer clay, so I don't know that I've got them anywhere here. This pile of stuff needs to go away. Oops. I shall precariously balance that over there. I could do a first scene set spinning on what ceiling you're over. Ooh. This is true. We could go with themes. I mean, I do it with my hair and my nails. Why would I not do it with my cards? Start with this one. That doesn't even quite fit in the... Oh gosh. I would have thought that would have fit that way, but not quite. Not quite. I get that? That's about as close as that's gonna get. I wonder whether or not with this one I should have started from the center and worked out. Then I could have just, like, measured and done a little mark on the paper. Oh well, too late now. Should have burnished that before I cut those off, but whatever. It'll be fine. I do notice that when I burnish it down I lose the stitch marks a little bit, which is fine. I'm actually fine with that. I don't know how much of that stitching effect is going to come through, but... Ooh, I distorted that quite badly. Oh, that's a bugger. tape to hold the green bit down, really. That's not centered. How is this one working out trickier than the hearts did? Like, it's a square. There we go. Not perfect, but as close as we're going to get with it. What the absolute heck? And is that one going to line up either? Oh, it's not too bad. That's weird. Probably being straight lines area makes things harder and more noticeable if angled. Yeah. At least with the hearts, like, being that they're a given shape, you're gonna notice if they're distorted. But somehow with these it's less obvious. At least just for first glance. Okay. So as good as that's gonna get. There we go. And just some tiny little overhangs. Probably wouldn't have made any difference, but I'd rather take them off. Casting with such and softer the changes, yeah. It makes things sharp, so notice if it's slightly, but it depends on what you're going for. Yeah. Like if you know that it's not going to be exactly there, then that's fine. But I was like, I thought I'd done a pretty decent job of that first one. I think on the other one I'll start in the middle and work out rather than on the outside and work in. I think that might work better for this design. And I think, actually, you know what? Let's do a black one. I'm thinking I might do gold as the color. I think white and gold and black and gold is gonna look cool. Now for this one, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. That'll be what, 2 3/4? 2 3/4. need be this precise, but... Yes. Cool. Probably still won't be end up being perfectly precise, but at least I'll have attempted. So then that will be there. Those little futsy bits. Maybe holding it opposite corners like that probably isn't helping, because I'm sure I'm probably pulling on it. That's better. Assisted math, that's it. As long as we don't start bringing in letters, it's fine. Oh heck yeah, that's working way better. That's way better. Should have done that other one this way. Oh well, couldn't have known. Something have I did. Uh oh, that's dangerous. Lettuce, iceberg, cabbage. I bought an iceberg lettuce the other day. It was frickin' $3.50. Dang it. Broccoli. Fuck no. Kind of getting out there. It's ridiculous. And like I know there's stuff going on in the world. I know supply and demand and freaking supply lines and the economy. But can I please just buy a frickin' lettuce for a reasonable price? That'd be great, thanks. There we go. A little bit of finagling, but I got it. I got it. I think most of them are in the same phase. Do they? It's really fair. It is. I'm hoping it'll be worth it though. I don't think this will be a thing that I'll do very often. Just because, yeah, it is a little bit... a little bit finagly. But just as a, like, you know, will this work kind of a thing. I'm curious enough about it to, like, persevere. For now. Wait, cauliflower isn't the same? Huh. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but also, like, really? Do I want holographic gold? Do I want, like, dusty holographic gold? Or do I want to stick with the stars like I have with the rest of them? I'm gonna go with the dusted one. Oops. Yeah. Sparkles. Sparkles! First place over there, then the butter and cheese. I mean, I'm there for the butter and cheese. If the cauliflower is acting as a cheese delivery system, then that's fine. You know, I should have measured that rather than cutting it into quarters. Actually, wait a minute. Is that going to fit? You know what? I'm not going to cut that. I'm just going to use the edge and then cut off the other side because I don't think that's going to fit quite otherwise. Sprouts too. There isn't sample size for those. So wait, sample sizes of what? Of the foil? Or the vegetables? Corn cob. Yes! I haven't had corn on the cob for years. Where's not a bit of broad bit? Oh, never agree with so yucky. Test pieces of the foil. I mean, I could do that. I could take a little piece of each of them and make up a little, like, sample sheet. Just so that we can see them all. So you're supposed to go ahead and nice scrunch on. Yeah. Mama Quirky did that when I was little, and Bro Quirky would totally go steal them. I pay my rate like greater than as well as allowed to pick some of that. Yes. Same with Quirky Bro. Ooh. Oops. Okay, so there's a couple of little spots that didn't quite sort of perfectly do the thing. And I think that's because, like, where the stitching was, there's just no adhesive there. I think it's because of the little stitchy bits, it's like pulled away. That's still quite effective though. There, that veggie special garden were nice tonight. Yeah. Also learned what colours me when it came to chilies. Ah, yes. Also my what? But ah, bugger. Chinese. I like it. And I think I could have cut that into quarters. It just didn't occur to me to like turn it the other way. I'd be like, will it fit the other way? I think it will. It's fine. What that does tell me though is that cutting it in half was like overkill. Jack's what tomatoes are left to scare the birds away. Hi Heps. Very good us. Much Heps. Oh, beverage is good. I like beverage. A bit of that. And that looks like it's got a cat hair under it. It does, it totally does. That's alright, that'll be under the foil, we won't see it. Very effective. For the second firing there, when I get a cage now I know anyway. Yes. Or some of that mesh stuff, would that work? I think that's more for bugs though, isn't it? I should have put that in that corner. What did I do that for? Oh dear. It's fine. Chicken wire. Oh, that could do it. If there was some way that you could, like, whip up a frame. Hey Bex! How you doing? Yeah, chicken wire, keep it, no way to get it to get, yeah. A bit far to go. You shade a tray mesh, from those birds, not bugs, no spiders, helping with bugs already. Oh, handy. Oh, heck yes! White and gold is pretty! Oh my gosh. Something to reduce snow pretzel doing a thing, but so it's yeah, it's a bit Bit like that. He loves the snow pretzel, he does, but he's a bit of a butt. Oops. Spare foil and spare foil. There we go. That's pretty. I love the white and gold. That's really nice. It is a bit of a shame about that stitching because I think it takes away personally, but it's shiny. Be cooking all beavers too, fuzzy grey ones. See, not all spiders are butts. Being a fuzzy drive home, someone went past and on the back of the vehicle sedan they had a fuzzy spoiler which was kind of like covered in yarn. Was so confused, we didn't quite. What? Wait a minute. What? Somebody yarn bombed their spoiler? I think the stitching adds. Yeah, I mean I like it. I think if I was going to do it again, I would go back to what I did with the other ones, which is like putting the foil on a piece of paper and then die cutting that. It would mean there'd be a little bit more dimension on the card, but I think the stitching would show better. I think it would look nicer. But I like it, it's pretty. This is the same thing. What? Because that's a thing. Yarn bombing is a thing. The act of covering things in yarn. Generally consented things. Heck knows there have been people occasionally that have done it to, you know, things that they might not have necessarily had permission to do that to. Don't do that. But, yes. Somebody doing that to their spoiler, I can't decide if I'm horrified or impressed. Even though we approach them of the morning now, they scurry off webs into branches and she break off their own webs so I can tend to garden. Aww! That's very considerate of the, Yeah, I can't come up with a polite word. I'm tempted to do another set with the gold while I have a sheet of it out. Do I wanna? Kinda do. I'm not gonna do the squares again because variety is fun. Ooh. Could try that one. It's not a lot of layers though. I think the bigger one with the other one would look good. I think that one's gonna look weird. Would that work? I feel like it could. That one would actually be quite interesting because the alternating rings are not the same. You've got this ring, which is a scalloped edge with the stitched inside, and then you've got that bit, which is like jewel stitched with like a concave scallop rather than a convex one. Could be interesting. Kinda wish I had a circle one that was still intact. gonna try this one. Just to see if it's gonna work the way I'm picturing it in my head. Is that gonna fit? Probably not. But I might be able to use those scrap bits. Get away with it. We'll see. Right. Those pieces are not going to be big enough. They are not. Shiny. How did that cut out? Oh, pretty good. Oh yeah, pretty good. Cool. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, that's not separate thingies. Oh no, of course it's not, because there's no... Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. They are going to be the same. That's fine. Why did I think there was a cutting line in there? There's not a cutting line in there. There's a stitching line. Like so. I'm going to be saying beats as automatic cracking experiment sticking to... Ooh! Cool. Do a bit of noms preserving. Very nice. I've been what's the name of the channel? Country Life Vlog. Which unfortunately, like, isn't fully, like, it's not a tutorial, it's not a how-to, it's just them doing stuff and, like, explaining it, sort of. But, like, possibly... that could be the kind of channel to check out, maybe? I don't know if this is gonna look weird. I feel like it's a little bit too Target logo. It's okay. We'll do it in gold. It'll be fine. Base. I don't think I'm going to worry about doing the guide pieces for this one because it should be fine. Maybe pinching Father Chad's beat, chest beat. Ooh. Kind of, but not together yet. Oh, screw on. Bye! Bye, Jackie! Thanks for coming and hanging about. Say hi to Mini J for us. Hope he has a good day at school. Beets and everything, the dad's specialty. Fair enough. You're like a fat Jackie. Go create the shiny halo like cake. She wouldn't know a shiny halo if it plonked her on the noggin. It's a good thing I'm really good at making them, otherwise she'd be stuffed. He's definitely shiny in many ways. Look, I only covered her in glitter once, okay? Your revenge for the holiday. Only once. Yep, only once. That's all she needed. You know, maybe I should have cut the guides for this one. I was like, it'll be fine, I'll just eyeball it. There we go. It's fine. Like a shoe. Yeah, let's see if that's gonna be alright. I'm gonna say, listen. Flowers in the debates are something nice to look at. Research shows that pest control, companions too, deter beetles, laying larvae and so that. Oh! Cool. Sort of vaguely know that there's like a couple of flowers that insects don't like. Is it? Magnolias? I think there's one of the ones that's like bugs don't like the smell or whatever. And is it daffodils or sunflowers? One of the yellow ones. It's good for like aphids or whatever. I don't know, I have 2 brown thumbs. I really don't garden. Anything grows in my courtyard is weeds. Pick up some time too, no reason, no running out of that. Dragonfly is like, no, that's fair. That bit. Whatever. Ooh. I actually quite like that. Although I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me of a doily. Not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying it does. Get a little bit. That's better. There's just a little bit, I could feel a little bit of a taste of there. That's actually, that's quite nice. I wasn't sure about that die set when I got it. It was a little bit of a last minute, I think it was on sale, and I was kind of like, oh yeah. And then I received it and I was like, am I ever going to use that for anything? Whoops. But no, that's actually quite nice. We'll do that one. And did I grab a black card base ready? Oh, speaking of. Hi, Black Cat. I need to move that out of the way for you. There you go, your lordship. Now, did I grab a black card base already, or did I not? I think I did. I don't see any gold, but it kind of does. Just the it's mostly like the scalloped edging that's making me think of that. Aztec sun cans, but also depends on. Yeah, well, that's true. Oops. Do I want this centered? I think I kind of want to bring it up. I have no idea what I'm going to do with any of these yet, so I don't really have a plan, but... I suddenly had... Wait, no, that's the right way. So I suddenly had a mental image of this one with the gold there. Maybe having like a flower? I just kind of pictured like a rose... just like in the center, like it'll be here. You know, you have a rose and a stem coming down, then sentiment there. Something like that. I don't know. I just make these things. I don't have plans. Although I do feel like I've done a not bad job of eyeballing that to get it centered. I do onions for late winter after the last big cold. Go to the buddy up with lettuce too. They bounce to each other. Make both great, big and honking. Sweet. That seems to go well with growing a lot of... Yeah! I feel like it depends on the type and where you are, but yes. They're pretty forgiving. need it just. Ooh. I like it, I like it, I like it. I think I do like the white one better, actually. I like it though. Actually, you know what vibes I'm getting from this? I'm getting that frickin' blue dress. Remember that? Was it white and gold or blue and black? With the frills? I'm suddenly getting those vibes. Makes the giggle at no, giggle at no, no. Yes, I do recall that, yes. And I think they, like, there was, like, somebody did science on the photo. They basically, like, did it, like, X-ray vision. They swapped all the colours out. And that, like, proved, like, on the opposite picture it was, like, one way, so on the original one it had to be the other or whatever. And then the person who originally shared the photo was like, no, no, it's this one. Like, there was a definitive answer, but, yeah, I don't know. Some people just couldn't see it. I'm mistaken, I learned recently those strawberries absolutely hate capsicums. Oh. So don't feed your strawberries to your capsicums, got it. Boils are pretty! Don't yet know what else I'm going to do with them, but I got this far, so yay! Alrighty, I am going away now. I require the noms. Capsicums and strawberries should never cleave yet. No! No! No. Strawberries on stage and ooh! Heck yes! I have a farm near them that says, oh, yes! There's a strawberry farm like way down south. They do amazing strawberries. I don't get to enjoy them anywhere near as much as I would like to, but they exist. Now, is there a certain... oh, there is. Fantastic. I'm still getting used to his new avatar. Which looks amazing, by the way, like, gosh. That fantasy filter is so fun. It's Black Cat 5 minutes. Okay, I'm just 5 minutes. Bye, Bex. Thank you for coming and hanging about. Slash raid, and let's go. Oh my goodness, Black Cat! I did enjoy the crafted. I'm glad. I enjoyed it also. Seriously, Black Cat, just 2 minutes, just hang on. My email said, oh yeah, no, I see that they're yours. Yes, you're very talented. But yes, Black Cat. Adoobs! Thank you everybody for coming and hanging about. Appreciate all of your faces. I will see you next Wednesday. Be good. If you can't be good, be crafty. And I will be live on Geek tomorrow, assuming I don't screw up my sleep again. Yes, planning to be live on Geek tomorrow. Plus group night, yay! But yes, catch you later guys, bye!
Guess not.
All right.